So I did this a couple months ago about a JBLM doctor. Well, now we got one right here. It's called a JBLM doctor facing on 50 sexual abuse charges. Over 40 victims have been linked to the doctor at JBLM, means Joint Base Lewis McChord.
Questions I've been asking since our investigation on Major Michael Stockin began. Frankly, this has become a national scandal. We knew that Stockin was facing more than 50 charges, but we didn't know how the alleged crimes were broken down by prosecutors. Now we do. 48 charges for abusive sexual contact, 6 charges for indecent viewing. And from talking with lawyers, we know that Stockin's victims say that he claimed he was doing a sensory exam and then fondled or groped the male soldier's genitals. The military told me this morning that while there's no mandatory minimum here, we know that if he's found guilty and a judge were to make him serve sentences back to back, he could face up to 342 years behind bars. They've also confirmed that all of the incidents he's accused of took place in Stockin's official capacity as a doctor between late 2019 and mid-2022. In a key discovery today, the investigation will run deeper than JBLM alone. The Army telling me, quote, Army CID has interviewed patients from Major Stockin's duty stations. The investigation is ongoing, and as such, we are unable to discuss the underlying facts and circumstances of the charges at this time, end quote. But what they're saying there means that they're investigating at 2 more military hospitals. That'll include Walter Reed, the most famous military hospital here in the States. Now, our experts that we've been speaking throughout our coverage here on Fox 13, the folks at Protect Our Defenders, have compared this to Larry Nassar. And while the military stopped short of making that same comparison today, they now say, yes, this is the largest case of its kind that the Army has ever investigated. And it's worth noting to our viewers that this is especially different because male victims often don't come forward. And in this case, all of Stockin's alleged victims were men. It's important for the public to see. I mean, our taxpayers pay for our military. I mean, we're cutting their checks. It's important for them to see how the military conducts themselves and how they've allowed this particular individual to sexually assault dozens of people for a long period of time. I'll assure you that our reporting is not done on this case. We know new details will come out in February. That's when I'll be inside of a military courthouse as Stockin goes before a judge. His lawyer has previously said that that is when they'll defend themselves in court. Victims' lawyers say they expect more victims to come forward. Live.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there's more than just 40 victims. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 60, even up to 70 or so.